Welcome to Baby Boomers, the first reality blog. Our guest today is Scott Ringersen, also known as Elvis. Hi, Scott.
Hi, how you doing today?
I'm great, and this is Scott's story. Scott grew up in Chelmsford, Massachusetts. He always loved music and had a band throughout high school and during his college years at Lowell University, where he majored in criminal justice. After graduation, he married and became a police officer. The couple had 2 daughters, but when the girls were 1 and 4, his wife left him, and Scott was left alone to care for their 2 young children. He will always be grateful to his parents, who lovingly stepped in and helped him care for his girls, but he still had the burden of generating more income. One night, after watching an Elvis impersonator, Scott said, "I could do better than that," and he did. The Elvis cop went on to become a well-known entertainer and has packed venues around the country with his rendition of The King since then. You could have chosen Rod Stewart or Ricky Nelson or any number of people to impersonate. Why did you choose Elvis?
I had a real connection with Elvis. I really liked his music. He was the most popular entertainer of all time. He was the king. And so when I picked someone to do, I picked the best. Until you retired from the police force in 2006, you were known around town as the Elvis cop. And with your dark hair and sideburns, you do resemble Elvis. Did this help you or hinder you in your job as a police officer? It actually helped me. For example, when I went to a domestic and a couple were yelling and screaming at each other, I'm yelling to calm them down, and then one of them looked at me and said, "Hey, you're that Elvis guy. I saw your show." And they calmed down, and then I could actually talk to them and get them to the point where they're not going to kill each other. How did management react to your second job? My first chief, Chief Overman, really supported me. He understood I was raising my daughters by myself and having a hard time financially. When I started working part-time, he even changed the rules and let me wear sideburns. He was very supportive of me. But the next chief was the opposite. I guess he had an issue with me working as Elvis. One night he even ordered me not to go to work, so I got the union involved, and they had to tell him, "You can't stop him from working and supporting his family." So it was good with the first chief and bad with the next one. How has show business changed your life? Show business gave me an opportunity to make a living and enabled me to retire from the police department after 24 years. I'm very lucky that I get to live out a dream and making a living doing it. I've played in Vegas. I've done 10 Elvis-themed cruises on ships all over the world. I played in 8 different states, even Canada. So I've done a lot of things that people usually just dream about. What's in your future? Well, in the future, I plan to live in retirement with my lovely bride and have a small ranch with a couple of horses at our place in Tennessee. Thanks for sharing your story, Scott. I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much. From the King. You're always there to lend a hand in everything I do. That's the way.